Hey guys, so today we're going to be going over all of the sidearms in the game, meaning the pistols. They're called sidearms in Valorant, so that's what it's going to say in the title, but basically each one of these is unique, and some are definitely better than others, and so we're going to go through starting at the top here, the classic, and then go all the way down to the sheriff. So if you guys have any questions, or want me to make a specific guide about one of these pistols in specific, then let me know, but we're going to go ahead and start with the classic. So the classic is unique because it has two ways of firing, unlike any other pistol in the game. So basically, left click is just a single fire shot, and it goes like this. And the faster you shoot, of course, pretty much like any gun in the game, the more inaccurate and less likely to actually shoot where your crosshair is will go up. So that's kind of what it looks like. And then you have the right click. And they did nerf the classic many times. They nerfed it like 2 or 3 times. And you can see the right click's actually, it's not really that good anymore. If you're like close to medium range, you can try to right click body shot, and then a cool trick that I could teach you guys about the classic. Also, the classic is free, by the way. You spawn with it. If you don't know that, then you probably don't play Valorant. So basically, a cool trick when you do the classic that probably not most people know about is if you left click and then right click, you can get actually 4 bullets out, and then you do that 3 times, you're gonna get all your ammo out. So this is really good because you can kill people quicker. You have to left click then right click, because if you right click then left click, you can't do it. So left click, right click, and that gives you an extra bullet. If you guys didn't know about that, let me know in the comments, because I'm kind of proud of that. I used to use that a lot, especially when the classic was broken. So that's that. The classic is kind of, I mean, it's as good as it should be for a free weapon, to be honest. It's still kind of worth using on pistol rounds occasionally. If you want to buy util, say you're playing Sage, you're going to buy like a wall light armor, you can just use the classic. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the next one, which is the SHORTY. SHORTY is one of my favorite guns in the game. If you're good at this game, you probably know that it's quite annoying to play against and that it's very good in a lot of scenarios. So let me go throw that away. The SHORTY, I know they nerfed the price of it. It used to be 200, now it's 150. I also know some people have complained about it, especially if you're playing Jett. This gun is even better, or maybe like Reyna, you can just E away. But basically, let's spawn some bots in here and see how close we need to be for this to work. So this right here, let me turn on armor as well, just because usually playing against people with armor. So this range right here is probably not going to one-shot. Yep. And for some people, this is why people don't use a SHORTY, because they do something like this. Like, how does that not kill them? This is so close. That actually does kill them. Okay. I think because I collided that guy earlier. But yeah, you need to be about like right here. And sometimes you don't even kill people from this range. It's because the SHORTY has a spread, this big circle. You see how there's like some areas where the bot's not actually in the circle. Well, the bullets can go in those spots and not hit the bot. So there's always some element of RNG, but if you can play really close angles with this gun, it can actually be very good. But you do have to learn how to use it. It's a little bit of a skill curve, just a little bit though. It's not very hard to use. And also, if you're really good, you can wait until two people are running up close to you, and then one tap one of them, and then have some patience, and then kill 2 people with it. If you can do that on an eco round, you're absolutely setting up your team to win the game. So SHORTY, absolutely worth it. On pistol round, maybe not. But maybe you can also, a cool trick you can do on pistol round is drop your SHORTY and then hold the classic, and as soon as the round starts, pick up the SHORTY, and then that's because the classic will despawn whenever the round starts, but the SHORTY will not. So if that makes sense, hopefully it does. Next we have the Frenzy. This gun is kind of like the classic in that it's like a hit or miss. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's trash. So this is because of the spray pattern of this gun. If you just hold it down, sometimes it'll go accurate, sometimes bullets will go all off everywhere. Like, you see this? Like that. Like, I didn't control that. That just happened. And if you're at farther range, you're going to want to aim for the head. But the thing about farther range is sometimes you'll be right on their head and it still won't hit them, which can be really frustrating. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, though. See, like, right there? I was on his head, but I shot his chest. And the farther away you are, the more likely this is to happen. See, like right there is a body shot. Right there, it didn't even hit him. So this gun is not good for long ranges. I don't think anyone's surprised for me saying that at all. But best thing to do is try to hit their head and then pull down. Because hitting, you have to hit multiple. So if you don't have armor on, which usually you're not gonna have armor during pistol round, so this is, you can kill people pretty quickly with this gun. Sometimes it works really well, sometimes it doesn't. I wouldn't suggest getting this gun. This is probably the second worst pistol, sidearm in my opinion, right above the classic. And honestly, arguably the classic could be even better, just because the classic has this right click or this left click, which is pretty just accurate always. Next we have the Ghost, which is one of the best sidearms for sure, for especially pistol round. This is a pistol you'll see most people buy on pistol round, for very good reasons. You can one tap people, and it's a without, if they don't have armor, it's a one-shot kill. And if people do buy the Ghost, then they can't buy light armor. So if everyone buys a Ghost, then it's just a one-tap fest. So that makes this gun very good for pistol round. But other than that, it's a mediocre, decent gun. So if you want to buy this in like an eco round, it's not bad. But usually you want to buy the Sheriff. This gun has 15 shots, and usually you want to aim for the head, of course. Let me see how much damage you're doing here. Body's 30. So yeah, we need to hit someone 4 times in the body if they don't have armor, which can be pretty frustrating. But yeah, it's a decent pistol. Last but certainly not least is the Sheriff. And here I'm actually talking about the Ghost versus the Sheriff, which one should we buy? But I actually just made a video about this as well. The Sheriff is a monster. The only problem with the Sheriff, if you buy it on pistol round, is you're going to not be able to buy any utility, and if you can't hit your shots, then it's a waste. So at least with a Ghost, you're going to be able to buy $300 credits worth of utility, and that's going to help you out a little bit, especially if you're playing someone like Jett. You have a smoke to work with. You buy this, you better be landing your shots. You better be at least tagging some people for your team. But with that being said, the Sheriff is a double body shot on pistol round if they don't have armor, which most people probably won't have armor unless you're playing against like no duelists and everyone's scared and buys armor. So other than that, this versus the Ghost, obviously the Sheriff is going to do significantly more damage, and I don't know. Honestly, you see a lot of people run Sheriff, but I feel like I would go Ghost for most scenarios, unless you're on a long-range map like Breeze or maybe Ascent. But generally, the Ghost is just going to be kind of better on pistol round, because, like I said, not everyone buys armor, which means you can just one-shot headshot, because the headshot damage is 105, and health without armor is 100. And you also have, instead of having 6 shots like the Sheriff has, you have 15 shots per mag, and that's a lot. So you can be killing a lot of people before you need to reload. So that's just my opinion. They're both very good. Obviously, Sheriff is technically better than the Ghost, but for sidearm or pistol round, we're probably gonna want to think about the Ghost a little bit more. That's my opinion. That's probably going to be a lot of other higher ranked players' opinion as well. But these two can be pretty interchangeable, to be fair. So get that out of there. All right. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, that's a cool thumbnail right there. Look at that. Sheesh. God damn it. Okay. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.